Welcome to the Lockers, Season 7, Episode 2. Hey, White, along with my man, Van Hiles. Trying to play the lottery, man, before I miss out. I don't know if I got enough money to play it. Let's see. Oh, it went through. Okay. Well, if we don't have a show,
hey, no way, dude.
The game is over.
Did we win?
No.
So they
Wait a minute. Hold on.
It was after the clock. Hey,
hold on.
I'm looking live. I'm looking on my live. I'm a little below. They passed. Christian late in the shot. Moreno got it at the free throw line.
Okay. Hold on.
Turned around, shot. I don't know. It should have been.
They act like, yeah. We'll see. All I seen was a 73 from Jack Pilgrim, but it looked like Corey Price posted Malachi Moreno for the win. Oh, okay.
Well, if it Anthony, they had 1.6. He caught, turned around and shot it. He should have gotten it off.
Huh?
He shouldn't have. Yeah, just almost exact. Hold on, I'm seeing the replay. Let's see. Yeah, not even close. Wasn't even looking at it, dude.
They already called the game.
And bruh, you know what this reminds me of? Boy, I'm sorry. I'm taking over the show.
Nah, go ahead.
You know what this reminds me of? Damn it, I'm not good with years. Kyra Elsie, whatever the year that was, 20. Let's say 21. I don't know. When she was dead to rights and they won the SEC tournament and they kept her another year. And this is what this is looking like. This is also, we do something special at the Pete Maravich Center. Remember when we were in school, when we came back from, I don't know what it was, and won that game? Dude, it is this team. You know what also remind me of? You on mute, FYI. It is the women last game against Oklahoma. They came out, couldn't freaking make a bucket, couldn't put the biscuit in the basket. In some way, they found a way to stay in the game, tied it up at halftime, and then it was ours. That's crazy, man. Look. To me, this team is like that one team we talked about that the pieces just don't match. But the difference with this team is they are trying to find a way. And I don't know, man. This being a recency bias in the moment, like these are the games that could change a season. I don't think it does because I don't think they have the pieces. But we're going to look back on this game. If they make a run, you're going to look back on this game and say, this is why they made the run.
I need to look back and see, you know, it kind of, I can't say 100% because I'm like you. My dates is all cloudy. Like stuff I think happened 2 years ago happened 10 years ago, 3 or 4 years. That was what, 2021? They're like, no, that was 2012. But, you know, I need to look because it seems to me, my feeling is more kind of, I ain't gonna say a mismatched team, and I think you are right. I think, and I hate to say this because the guy's a good coach. I don't know. I ain't never really tried to coach basketball because I think it's more about motivating. But I kind of feel, and we've been saying this for the past. What you said, the first thing that came to mind when you just said what you said was, I think if Mark Pope get his ass out the way, then they could do something. Not saying that Mark Pope don't know what he's doing. And I think it's a difference between you and I. Like, I listen to Deion talk, and the more I listen to you, I always thought you was full of gibberish. I didn't think it was gibberish. I didn't think that translated to on the field. But now you hear great DBs saying, yeah, I knew this alignment, you know, this route was all that. So I knew watching film, so all I was playing was, I'm saying I ain't never get that far. I played pure athleticism. Okay, well, you know, I'm going to do this. And I take a couple things away off alignment, but you got the shit down to a science. So I'm like, if your science is wrong, then what? But I've heard who Deion did it? They've been doing that a lot lately. Like, yeah, because you watch players jump routes now, and they be like, yeah, because I watch film. I know when they get this alignment, when they got twins over here, trips, this guy got to do this guy going to do this. And I'm just like, damn, like, and you've been saying it. I just thought that you was thinking and you was putting math together. If the math is good, if it don't math, then, but a lot of people, so my point being is, you can do that. Now you coaching somebody else to do that?
No.
Okay, so he 2x3, 33. You got 33% angle before we. No, I'm saying you know how much a distance you can give them and still break on the ball and give distance. Me, I'm more. And Deion was both, I guess, because Deion would tell you why he thought, but that motherfucker's so damn fast. That's how I would. I give you enough cushion that you think you open, but I didn't know what your routes was gonna be. I'm just reading your hips. I just react off of you. So I say I'm gonna let you finish. But I say all that to say, it seems like Mark Pope got these guys thinking, and when you thinking, you can't play no sport. Like it don't matter what sport it is. When you're doing too much thinking, because he's having them. Hey, look, on this, you got to do this. If you're overload on this side, do we run this on the backside? It can be the case, but so I think if he just let it, because this ain't the group. I ain't high enough. This ain't the group. Get your ass out the way. Just get your ass out the way. And I'll say this.
You're right.
Thing. It reminds me of, and that's why I'm saying I can't really remember, but I do remember like this team ain't as good as I think they was. And they just keep who's the dude who got done? Who the dude who kept getting shook up by Kyrie Irving? Kentucky player in the NBA.
Wow, dude.
Jorts. Who was Jorts point guard?
Who?
Jorts. Harrelson.
I know, I'm trying to think.
Damn. He got crossed up in the All-Star game by Kyrie.
No, dude, I'm bad.
And that team went to the Final Four or the championship one. And they all year long they would. The point guard that took us, one of the point guards took us to the Final Four, and that team was.
You said point guard. That's the thing.
Shooting guard, point guard, but he is a bucket. He's a walking bucket.
So the one
with a B. I keep wanting to say Bledsoe. I know that. It starts with
Jamal
a B.
Murray is the first. Jamal Murray is the one that comes to mind, but I don't know if that
starts with a B. No,
starts with a B.
Yes.
Last night starts with a B.
Do we lose to? Do we lose to Shabazz Napier and them? Who was on that squad?
Yes.
Who was that? Who was the point guard? Well, that team
was it
his last name starts with a B.
What's his name, brother? On
no, you talking about Teague?
Yeah.
No, they won the championship.
Was it Brandon?
Brandon, yeah. Brandon. That's what it was. Yep. But that reminded me of that team. Like I watched that team play and be like, man, these misfits out here. Next thing you know, these motherfuckers in the Final Four.
Dude, Anthony, we all know this. Football is different because of you don't get a crazy bracket. We all know that if you get a couple upsets, and we know as fans, you set your bracket and a couple of teams win, you have that George Mason year and your bracket's done. That's when you get to the Final Four is you get some of the guys that you match up poorly with, they lose to some mid-major, and now you play the mid-major on the second night in 2 or 3 days where they are still drinking wine and champagne after winning the first game.
Right.
So if your bracket runs like you run, anyone can. Dude, George Mason had no fucking reason making it to the Final Four. No reason.
You telling me? You telling people listen? Or you telling George Mason? Or you telling them? Or you telling them that?
If George Mason had to play those games over, like best 2 out of 3 or best 3, they ain't making it.
I ain't buying that. I ain't buying it. You can't tell a little guy if I knock off a giant. You can't tell me it ain't valuable.
That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that if your bracket falls apart, this team could make it to the Elite Eight.
Yeah.
If the bracket falls apart, I'm not saying that. I'm gonna just say this. In my opinion, in all sports, when you're in a Power 4 conference, you are probably a pretty good team. Not saying all the time, but you're a pretty decent team with pretty decent athletes. If you hit it at the right time, like Miami lost to fucking Louisville at home. Miami lost to Louisville at home and lost to SMU, and now they got everything rolling right now. They're in the championship game. That was the point in the whatever the playoff rankings that they had no chance of making it into the playoffs. Then all of a sudden, last minute, they get in, and now they just creating havoc, and they might win it all.
Yeah.
So Brandon Knight. Yep. I don't know, man. I don't think this team. I'm gonna just say this. You said the right thing earlier. Aberdeen had. I'm just thinking. I can think of 2 PNRs right now that he just effed up. Like he had one to Malachi, where the Malachi guy zoned off, and he still tried to throw the lob. Like, dude, Malachi gave you a good screen, shoot the damn floater. But he his IQ. And here's the thing: you can have an IQ, but if you don't run PNR a lot, that IQ can become 0. And his ability to run PNR to me is not as good as Lowe. I don't think we have another pick and roll guy. Guard who can run it. Period.
Yeah. Like you said, I think we just got a team that's mixed it together. I think you just go ahead and just play pickup ball. Just roll the ball out.
You can't do that either, though. Huh? You can't do that either. You can't do that either because we ain't got we got one. I don't know if Oweh totally can get his own shot whenever he wants. There ain't nobody else on this team that can get there.
No, he can't get there when he wants, but he can get downhill. And now we got bigs that's gonna put it back if you don't get it.
Anthony, I don't know the number. I'm gonna look up the numbers. I guarantee you, LSU rebounded us by a shit ton. Now we also couldn't hit a damn. We couldn't hit a shot, but no, not as bad as I thought it was. We must have came back in the second half.
It must have been the second half. You got to look at the halves. The halves probably.
Oh, yeah, I can do that. You're right.
Second half, because shit, they ain't do nothing in the second half.
Where are the splits at? Split box. Here we go. Why won't they give me the halves? Oh, first half, second. So first half rebounds. No, it still wasn't as bad as I thought. It looked bad. 16-22 in the first half. Not bad. So I don't know, Anthony. I'll say this. I just read Twitter and I read a lot of shit about this team can shoot the ball. Cap.
No, we done found that out a month ago that they can't.
Cap. Well, Anthony, you hold hope out for a little bit. It's middle January. They can't shoot. They always got on a streaker. He got hot in the second half, but that shot is broke.
You don't have, as a shooter, you don't have 2 or 3. You may have a bad shooting game. You might even have 2. And the bad shooting game might be 2 of 8.
You're right.
It ain't no offers, and you don't go 6 or 7 games bad shooting games.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like Steph may have a bad game or 2.
Right.
Steph ain't about to, and he ain't going offer. No shit like that. Because the other thing is Steph coming off 1,000 screens and he taking low percentage shots and he's making a high percentage of them. Our guys are getting just like, dude, you know one thing before we get to football, whatever, I don't mind talking bass. The one thing that's throwing me off, and I rooted for Colin Chandler last year. Like I rooted for the guy. Dude, he missed a semi-contested layup last week, then a bunny. And today he got the ball before the half, and he just looked like I don't know, man. It looks like they will might have been taken from them, our players. But as the coach, you don't want your players out there thinking too much, and you don't want them unconfident. You remember, I don't know if I've told you, I don't know if you remember, but we said this when Tony Franklin was on with us a couple years ago. We was like, so when they brought the air raid in, now mind you that you don't remember, but you can try to recall, I was allowed back on the football team with a clean slate with the new coaching staff. We go in the spring, I'm balling out, I'm doing my thing. I ain't balling out, I'm just doing the coaches asked me, and it's looking good. The numbers looking good. So, okay, we get into, starting up for the season. And I'm like, okay, I'm the starter. I became the starter. All right, Derek Humphrey, we're gonna split the backfield, or we're gonna split carries, whatever, cool. But he only a true freshman.
How about he's a true freshman?
Yeah, he's a true freshman, which is fine. No, here's the point. I'm in on passing down, third down back. I'm Amp Lee.
Okay.
Ward, your boy Ward. So I run a route, I run an angle route. He throw that bitch in the dirt. I'm just kind of looking around. I'm jogging back to the huddle. Like, okay, it's practice, so fuck it, And B, you got to catch the damn ball. So I look at Tony Franklin, and he's like, don't chill out, don't say nothing. And I was like, my bad. What the? Hey man, don't say nothing, man. Don't. So we go through practice, and I just noticed, our practice every time someone go back, Tim don't say nothing. But mommy, you gotta catch. Hey, kid, dive for it. I'm talking, that bitch can be 5 yards short. Dive for the damn ball. So we get in meetings, and he was like, man, and B, let me tell you something. I don't want you to get depressed, or I don't want you to get down. Or how mommy's philosophy is, I want my quarterback to never second guess himself. Whatever he does is right. So, but Deuce on the other end, yeah, man, it's my fault. Even though Hal mommy yelling at you. But Tim don't make the decisions on who play, who get the snaps. So while he yelling, dive for it. I'm running this direction. The ball is 5 yards short. But it goes to say certain positions, especially at quarterback, and Tim knew, but Tim just knew he never wasn't going to get yelled at. Dusty was the same way. They was never going to get yelled at. So, hey, I'm free to do what I want to do. I'm not saying Mark Pope yells at them guys. But if he has a type of philosophy we think he has, like a high IQ basketball philosophy, this off of this, if and then just perpetual motion, you supposed to know where your next move is, you supposed to premeditate what your next move is, and you running around thinking, who was the four that played with Anthony Davis? Kid Gilchrist.
No, it wasn't Kid. Was it wasn't Kid Gilchrist, was it?
Yeah, Kid Gilchrist.
Okay.
I watched him play. I watched him play in real life. I went to a game with some of my buddies, and he was just running around, just looking lost all the time. And I was like, damn. Now mind you, Cal's offense wasn't all that, but we ran floor spacing. You just fill in the spot. There's some things that you do. Ours was basically, if it's 3 on this side, you cut through. If you see something, go ahead and set a screen. Y'all all just be on the same page at all times.
Motion offense. It's motion.
Yeah, just a regular motion. Just stay in motion. Them 5 spots need to be filled.
Yeah.
Whatever you do, just make sure do not be standing next to a person. And if you are, set a screen. One of y'all get out of there. Whatever the case might be. Back cut. Point was, so I said all that to say, at this point, I think Pope just has to get these guys confidence. He has to, whatever it's going to take to get them confidence. And that's why you say, I don't think always, I ain't going to be honest with you, and I ain't going to bullshit you either. But always game for to be preseason all SEC.
Anthony, you ain't you're right. I would say this, Anthony. Let me check his stats.
I'm just saying we can't ride his coattail to where we're trying to go. But if you just allow everybody to play reckless, I think we got a better chance than you trying to conform them to your expectations.
Yeah, look, dude, Anthony, it's like everything, right? It's like when you playing next to better players,
Right.
it opens things up for you.
Right.
And this year, he's not playing with veteran guys who know how to play the game of basketball. So it's not easy for him now. But Anthony, the last 3 games, he went 22, 20, and 22. Last 4 out of 5, St. John's, he went 20. Then he went 10 against Bellarmine, which, okay. Then he went 22, 20, 22. He's finding a little groove, but I don't think you can rest your hopes on him.
Right. Right.
I don't think he's that level player. And, man, look, I don't like to what you just said, be honest. I don't like to be totally brutally honest right now, especially after we pull off a win where we shouldn't have won. Anthony, we shouldn't have won this game. I'm just being honest. We should not have won this game. This game was not a game where the only thing saved us was that LSU isn't a great team. Because if we played a better team, they win by 20. There's no way we come back in the second half. We played a McKinnon better in stretches, but down the stretch we allow him to get hot again. And I don't know, man. This team is a conundrum to me. I just don't think like neither part of our team, our front court or back court, neither one is elite.
Neither one. To be, though. Do you have to be?
No, you got to have something where, all right, Anthony, you got to have something where I got something to rely on when things ain't going right. If my front court is elite, might be the wrong word. If my front court is dependable and very good, when the shots ain't falling, pin down something, you run something to get your bigger shot. If your guards, if your backcourt, you got 1 or 2 elite, really good players. All right, you might go like Agent Zero would go 4 down, 4 down, 4 down. Give me all up top. I don't know. 4 down. So we don't have either one. We ain't got a dominant big, and dominant use that as just a quotation. We don't have a dominant big, or we don't have a dominant shot maker. So when you don't have those, and your team has low IQ where you can't run offense, where you going?
So, well, see, and you're absolutely right. But as a coach, I think, and here's I'm gonna go back and forth football, because everybody talk about the success, and probably one of the top 5 seasons, because I'm gonna count the Will Levis them year, count Andre Woodson them.
Okay.
And I'm gonna count our 98 year. 99 was a 99 year, 98 because 98 year. With Tim, obviously he was the first round draft pick. So but so one of the top 5 offensive teams in the history of Kentucky football was a team full of players that Hal Mumme never recruited.
Yeah.
Except Derek Homer. Probably Derek Homer.
No. He didn't recruit Derek. I mean, he ended up recruiting Derek Homer. Derek Homer was Curry's guy. He finished it. He locked it in.
Well, I'm saying I'm not going to split it.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm going to give you that. I'm going to give it the point that he was the coach when he came in. I'm going to say that. It wasn't the guy. Right. It wasn't a carryover from Curry. So you got Craig Yee stock blocking, Kevin Coben, Keel Sanford, Quentin McCord stock blocking. And it turns out to be, so I say that to say,
you're right.
If you want to prove you could coach, and now I will say this. After we left, not saying we as in me, but all of Curry's guys were gone in 2000.
In 2000, yeah.
Ass fell out.
Yep.
Well, no, they had Quentin McCord still. They had a couple, Quentin McCord and a few. That was the last of them. Quentin McCord and Creedham, 2000.
Yeah,
That
because
was the
Free was a
last. That was the
freshman.
last of them.
Yep, Free was a freshman of mine last year.
Yeah. So my point being is if Pope wants to do really a great coaching job, put it like this. I'm gonna tell you this honestly. Let's look at this. Tell me how you feel. You wasn't in school in '98 like I was.
No.
That '98 team wasn't world beaters. That '98
Right.
team was kind of put together like this. Wayne was cold with the ball, can get wherever he needed. Hey, Burner, you my dog. You my man, 50 grand. Wrist broke. Was your wrist broke all year? All career? Wayne wasn't no shooter, but with that rock, couldn't do nothing with him. Like he'd get to the buck, he can dish it out. But that team was just a bunch of misfits, just like this team.
Well, they did.
They just played hard on the defensive end.
Hold on. Was DA still on that team? I think he was. What
DA was on that team.
So DA won. He was out the previous year.
He left. He lost against Mike Bibby now.
Okay. All right.
I believe that was his last year. Because you know he was in college 9 years.
Stop, dude. Stop. That ain't right.
DA, my dude, though. I can talk about them because they my people. I can talk about them.
Look,
people can't talk to me the way you. I mean, you don't never talk bad about me, but I wouldn't expect nobody to talk bad about you the way I do.
I would say this: you just hit something to me. As I have coached basketball for a few years, not on that level, but for the little guys, right? For the middle schoolers, AAU team. And here's the thing, man. This is what's so hard about coaching that you don't grasp until you in it. And basketball is harder than football for this reason. On football, if you lose a guard, you put another guard in. If you lose a center, you might move a guard to a center. You don't have a guard go play running back. You don't have a guard go play wide receiver, right? You have replacements or guys who know potential to position. I ran 5 out, and we had inbound plays, right? If such and such got in foul trouble, you got to rotate guys around.
Right.
And that guy might not have ever set the elevator screen.
Right.
Maybe he was the baseline guy. So now you got to instruct. I figured out early is you just can't have like old school, like a 5 and a 4 and a 3, because unless you have a team of them, unless you have 2 5s or 3, like you have multiples of those, anyone can play those. So going 5 out, like guys do, it's simple 5 out, pass and cut. We pass and cut in practice like we are professionals. Get in the fucking game, they pass and they look. So the guy who's supposed to replace him after they cut, then you got 2 guys
next to each other. What you doing here?
The dude's looking like, oh, my bad. So now the guy who has the ball now got somebody pressure. Done. And then the guy who now is late coming up, now he's getting pressure. Now he's supposed to back cut. Now he's looking because the guy who supposed to be cleared out, now the lane is blocked. Now he's looking like, coach said, I can't go when there's somebody. So now you look like a dummy. Now the coach look like he don't know what he's doing.
You don't clear your ass out of there.
So what I said to say is that fans don't understand, because I hear fans talking about all kind of stuff, like you all on Twitter, like, why don't he sub this guy in? Why don't he do this? Why this lineup's in there? Why? Because sometimes we in practice as coaches, you have tried all the stuff you see as a fan. I guarantee you the coaches see too. And you put that shit into play in practice, and that shit is horrible. Now, here's the deal, and I say this always, is now the bad part about it, it might look horrible in practice, but then they go in the game and somehow the light switch comes on. Right. And now it's like, why don't he play more? Well, I want to tell y'all something. This is not high school and middle school. When you get to this level, if you don't do it in practice, you will never get a chance to do it in a game.
And I think that's BS too, though. I do think that's BS.
I'm gonna just tell you this, Anthony. If I'm making $4 million,
but I think it's BS. Go ahead.
I hear you, but how do I know? Hear me this. It's like you dating a girl, right? And she wears like just skin tight stuff all the time, right? Are you gonna trust that once you get in a relationship with her that she might change that?
Am I gonna trust that?
Yeah. Are you gonna be like, okay, when you with me though, I don't want you dressed like that.
I ain't that type of dude. See, I'm different.
I'm not. But what I'm saying is that's the same thing. Like, if you ain't doing the practice, how can I really trust that you're gonna do it in the game?
Now, assignment wise, recognition, blackboard, drawn up, whiteboard, drawn up, whatever, is different. Reason I say that is because my game did not translate in practice.
Basketball?
Football.
No, let's not do
football. Whoa, hold on.
Hold on. Different.
It's still different. Here's the thing. I'm telling you, this is like last time I played basketball. Here's the difference. And that's what I'm telling you. Like, here's the thing. Picture this. Riddle yourself this, Van House. Ball, so the two, me and the point guard, both played professional football. One of our forwards played professional football. The three played professional basketball, and our center played professional basketball.
Okay.
Here's the thing. If they miss a shot, 6'8" Posey come up the court, you're gonna pick him up. You got to pick him up. Whoever who is an athlete trailing the lane. If you are big and you guard Pose, because Pose ain't nothing on the block. I can show you high school film. He wasn't on that block getting ugly. Now he'll get rebound. He wasn't on that block getting ugly. Point being is, so is your big gonna stop and pick him up? While me and I was bouncy, like I bounce. So if he stops up top and he passes in the lane, you got a wide open layup where somebody contesting you getting dunked on. Point being is, or he could just pull the three. Like whoever got the ball out of the hoop pushed the ball up the court on our team. Said that to say, the tendencies really don't change. No, we don't in the half court offense. We don't want a 6'8" dude playing the point. But if we don't ever let you set up, point being is we got too many fucking weaknesses. Well, we both saying the same thing. That Pope needs to manipulate the game to our strengths. Everybody's role players. There's no that, like you said, we cannot say we need to manufacture a point. What offense we gonna run? What are we gonna now? This is why I brought up the Tubby Smith, the 98 team. If you play some hellified defense and minimize their offensive production, we play with house money on the other end and just play reckless. But we don't play a whole heap of defense. And like you said, we have nobody on this squad that can manufacture a shot. We don't have a system that can manufacture a shot. Our three-point shooting is off. Malachi tried to do his thing a little bit on the block, but he ain't there yet. And that's not a knock on him. He's just young.
He's just young and weak.
Bigger, tougher, huh?
Yeah, he's a true freshman and he ain't hit the weight room yet.
Yeah, so and then like you said, if we get Bully back, then we may have. But I honestly think call Tubby, just play some tough ass defense, just hound ass on defense, Paul, and then manufacture offense however you can. And I think at this point they think the best way. And you know what? Tell me if you agree with this. The best way for us to get offense is probably with the ball. As bad as it is probably with the ball in always hands off the bounce.
No.
Or Jasper. Jasper can dance with it.
See, but here's the deal. Jasper has the same issue Moreno has. And being a guard in high school as a freshman, you don't think it's a big thing? But them seniors, when they put that, you think you can move, be like, damn, mother is strong.
Right.
Those are the things I think that's hurting Jasper. It's just he's young and hasn't grew into his body, into his strength. Here's the thing for me is you have two guards in Aberdeen and Owe that like to pound the ball, pause, but don't get nowhere with it. Like
right.
They, like at least when you had Melo and Harden, at least you saw the thought process of where they were trying to get, what spot they were trying to get to.
Right.
They're not trying to get to a spot. They're just trying to willy-nilly it on the fly. And when you're in college, man, they are not elite athletically. That's not a word. They don't have elite athleticism to do that.
Right.
And they're just not bigger, stronger, faster than the majority of guys that are guarding them. So they just can't. And then the other thing to me that I don't like is when they probably, I'm gonna just say this one, when they dribble 3 or 4 times, they ain't looking for nobody else.
And that's what, and he can input that. We used to do that stuff. Like we were so much more athletic than everybody else. Practice. So we used to practice in 6 people, and you guys can only take 1 dribble. Because if we want to fly by somebody, we just fly by people.
Yeah.
So he made practice so tough that, 1 dribble, you got to make 5 passes. If we meet you got to make 5 passes. I'm telling you, we was assholes. So me and Kale, the point guard, we just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at the top of the key.
That's wrong.
But point being is, like you said, I do think, and like I said, I know Pope is smart enough. I'm telling you, I'm sticking to my guns. Like I said on Sunday mornings, I'm sticking to my guns. Pope is playing Jedi mind tricks. He got something up his sleeve. This stuff we seeing is not him. Nah, I do think he's a little frustrated. I think his panties in the wire. Hey, he might need to buy some new drawers. Some of them might. But I do think he knows what we know. These guys ain't listening. Now, you could be an ass and just be like, I'm going to force y'all to do what I want. You're going to do what I say. Like, we're going to lose my way if we're going to lose. But this Kentucky, his name on the line, I think he respects them players enough. As long as the players respect him, but the players will respect him if you have them conversation with him. Look, this we going to do. We ain't looking good right now. You shooting like shit. You take too many dribbles off the bounce. You ain't none of y'all playing defense. Y'all running underneath screens. Like you point all this out. Like, so this is what we gonna do. Or you could ask them, have a meeting. Where are you the most comfortable with the ball? That's why we always talk about quarterback play. If quarterback play is bad, you're either bad at evaluating. You and the offensive coordinator, the quarterback coach, offensive coordinator, and the quarterback ain't got together. I'm telling you, man. If you get your quarterback, you get 2 or 3 plays because you're running the ball half the time. You're running the ball. You got this going. But on 3rd down, you got to have 2. You got to have a couple plays. 3rd and 12, 3rd and 5. You got to have a couple plays that your quarterback like, man, I could squeeze that boy in there. Put it like this. With us.
Right.
We had 95H option. Post. Yeasty the post on the backside. I think a hitch on the front side, a flat on the front side, and I run an angle underneath. Or I run an option underneath. Like you could change 94, I run an angle. 95, you run an option. So basically, you looking for the post. If the safety come up and play me, the post should be open. They stay back, I'm one-on-one with the backer. The backer don't get depth. Somebody got to run with the flat, or you leave the curl open, the hook open. Point being is, like, once you run it enough, once the say off snap, the safety got to get. You ain't gonna bite and then try and get depth over top of a post. Point being is, you run the stuff enough.
Right.
They have faith in what you running. Y'all both have faith in what you have faith in the play calling, and you have faith in what they're running. Then it's because I guess kind of to get back to the whole subject. Did you watch the Philadelphia Eagles post game? Did it seem like
I don't
everybody
watch
was
that shit now.
pointing
No.
the fingers? Like it seemed like, and Jalen Hurts always say the same thing. Although Jalen Hurts is limited, he's a leader. Like he does a lot of average things. Average. He stands out. There's nothing he does that really stands out, but his leadership and his fortitude. And it seems like he questioned that he wasn't given the right play calls. And they said on ESPN, a lot of people were saying like it's hard for coach. You can't throw over the middle. There's a lot of things you limited at doing, so your coordinator can't call a lot of things. And it's kind of that. Well, maybe I guess you didn't listen to it, but that's what it came out to be.
Dude. Wow. I don't know the inner workings of the team. Dude, it is just like when I was with the Bears. I was just talking about this the other night. We had a guy named Eric Cram. I don't know if you remember Eric Cram. I think he played for the Lions. Then he played with the Bears. Damn good
receiver.
Damn good quarterback. Damn good dude too. EK was that dude, right? But somebody in the front office wanted Rick Meyer. I don't know if you remember Rick Meyer played for Notre Dame.
Notre Dame?
Yeah. Rick Meyer dude wasn't that dude. He just being honest, he looked like a football. You know who he reminds me of a little bit is Troy Aikman. He had that Troy Aikman stature. Like he was, I don't think people understand how Troy Aikman, dude.
He wasn't moving. He was the Dan Marino. He was like Dan Marino.
Right. Dan Marino was a little dude. Troy Aikman was built. I met Dan Marino. Dan Marino was tall but no, who Dan Marino reminds me of, and not the same structure, but like
Peyton Manning.
No, that's another good one. Marshall Faulk.
Yeah.
You know Marshall
Faulk. What you doing out here? Huh? What you doing with a gold jacket on?
Now we go. Now I'm just blending stories together. Bro. You know how you I don't want to say you idolize, but you look at somebody like, damn, they are up here, right?
Right.
When I was at camp with the Rams, when they got Marshall Faulk in the trade, and Marshall Faulk came into the locker room.
Hey, I had this poster in my locker in college.
Yo. Marshall Faulk looks like a dad. Marshall Faulk had a dad bod. Yeah. Dude, Marshall Faulk did not, what you picture, you would think he would look like with how athletic he was and how gifted and explosive. And motherfucker looked like just someone
at the grill at the cookout.
So Dan Marino was more like that.
Right.
Aikman was built. And Rick Meyer was like that. But no, he didn't have it. So it caused some issues in the locker room. And I don't know, man. Now you got me now I'm flustered because now I went through 5 stories. What were we talking about at the beginning? Before I got the Marshall Faulk guy.
The whole point was they want to get the football. The whole point was that if Pope wants this season to be successful or get the best out of these guys, take the reins off of them. Just let them run free. Just let them run.
I just don't think you do it, Anthony. I don't think you do it because you don't have somebody with IQ.
You don't have to have an IQ.
Yeah, you gotta have some semblance.
You play a reckless bandit on defense, and then on offense,
Anthony, there's too many good players on defense that they're gonna just clog the lane because we can't shoot.
You draw fouls, go to the free throw line.
Not if you clog the lane with decent bigs.
Nah, it ain't that bad. I think
I just don't see it.
I'm saying that's your best option. I'm saying that's your best option.
Oh, your best option.
I'm saying, yeah, I'm not saying it's a recipe for success. I'm just saying it's a bit.
So
No.
basically what you're telling me is you just want them to suck a little less. Pause.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Hey, as much as in the air raid, as much as we want to throw the ball downfield or get the ball in space, when everybody's running that umbrella, we couldn't go deep.
Yeah.
We had to run, we had to throw underneath. Like we had to do that all game.
Yep.
Now, you know, get an itchy finger, get a little itchy finger, and they do some things differently. But yeah, so that's where we at. I say tell Pope, take the reins off the guys, tell them to play. Don't even come out with no basketball in practice. Just have them run around playing defense, transition, rotation, all this other stuff. Just play defense, and you just let them loose on offense. They don't have to think. But we're gonna spend these last 5 to 10 minutes on. Everybody keep asking about basketball or football. They want to know about football. Where you feel? This is what we talked about on Sunday, and I just want to see how you feel. It seems like he's getting the Jimmies and the Joes. Like we getting some guys. We getting some guys who didn't do well at other universities, which is fine because like even Baxter came out. And I don't know if he had an injury. I don't know if he lost his confidence. Yeah. He may regain it here. Who knows? We don't know. But I like to get. We got the best interior lineman in the country. I'm saying the offensive line. One thing I do know, offensive line to be successful, they have to understand each other. And I brought you up on Sunday when I said when Van House plays cornerback, he likes to know what safety is because it's different between Melvin Johnson, George Harris, Reggie Rush. It's different. Some of them can come and fill the box, so he can give a little liberty in the back end. But if somebody, that ain't no pause.
You said some of them can fill the box.
That's not a pause. You can't fill the box.
Fill the box. Come on, man.
You know the box.
Some of them come up a little short.
Back to the subject at hand. Point being is, so I was saying, and this is, I think, has been part of the problem for years that we keep bringing offensive linemen in, and it's going to change. I guess some schools may, and I think it's hurting a lot of schools. Maybe Indiana with their 25-year-old roster, that these guys need to be together 2 years. The first year, because you got to know when you need help, when you can ISO, when you can rub up to the next level, knowing that my dude got hips. As soon, all I got to do is give him a flipper, and I ain't even got to give him a whole body. I just got to give him a flipper, and I'm up to the next level. And your running backs know that. So there's a lot of things about us bringing all this talent in that I'm like, I love the fact we're bringing all this talent in. We on a fucking crapshoot. Like, it's going to be interesting. Now, if this shit don't gel together, which is highly possible. It's highly not likely, highly possible. The problem I do got, man, this is the only problem I got with STEIN at this point. I'm right there in the middle. Like, I ain't up or down on him. I like the way he talks football. I like the way he talks offense. I do think there's a whole lot of parts that has to mesh together between the coaching staff, between the players. If it does, whoop-de-whoop. Only problem I got, man, and here's the problem. Thank you, Shumway. Only problem I got, man, is his philosophy is feed the studs. We have yet to lay ink on a stud.
How
about my nephew got eligibility?
How about a stud in training? How about a future
Cobby Cobb right there? Cobby Cobb right there with me.
Anthony, how many times did we talk about this with Liam Cohen? Did he catch lightning in a bottle with the fortunate transfer of Wanda Robinson? How many times we talked about
quarterback that can throw the ball 85 yards.
He can throw it through 10 plates of steel. Yes. Right? And then when he came the next time, he didn't have that stud wide receiver. It matters. It makes a difference. And as a quarterback,
So Dane and Barry wasn't here.
they were freshmen. But let's say this. When you have as a former quarterback, if you want to call him a stud, but this was for a quarterback, the guy I trusted. One time, it was my tight end. He was the best athlete on the team. I ain't gonna lie. He was better than me. He was better than me in the running back. We had both played college football. He was a dude. He was a tight end.
Right.
He quit football. After he quit, my next guy I trusted was a 5'5", 4'9" running wide receiver. However, why he was key for me is no matter what happened on the play, even if he was my fourth option, he was going to be there.
Mm-hmm.
So even if I went through 1, 2, 3, boom, I didn't even have to look because I knew he was going to be there. And he was going to find a way to get open. Do we have one of those on the team? Because sometimes you don't need a certified explosive stud. You just need a guy who has a high IQ and know how to get open. I wouldn't rely on that in college, though, because the corners and the linebackers and the safeties are so much better than they were in high school. But still, you just need a guy whom that quarterback trusts. And I don't know if he has it. It's better when you have a dude because you know he's going to get open 100% of the time. Like Wandale will get open 100% of the time. But maybe, like I said last year, maybe Will Ride is that guy. Maybe it is a tight end.
You got any concerns about why did none of, if we bring in same way, like I said, Hal Mummy brought in the pass offense. I don't know if Craig East wants to leave or not. I know he did. I know he probably was happy not to have to be stalk blocking the rest of his life for Mo Williams, which, hey, Mo Williams probably the best option we had. Mo Williams the best option anybody got if you're a coach. But he stuck around and he prospered from. Why? This is the other thing that throws me smooth off. And I'm either Will is really smart, or man, he needs to move to Vegas and just travel in for practice because he's a gambling man. Because why did if we bring in a pass happy offense in, why would none of our receivers stay? Now, if Will said, because I have watched Oregon play, and your tight end and receivers look the same and run the same. What's the dude, Laverne? What's the dude to play for the San Francisco 49ers? Tight end. They got into it with Mike Singletary.
Play
Vernon Davis.
Illinois. Vernon Davis.
Yeah. So, but I'm saying Oregon's dudes, they're jokers. Ooh. So my point is, like, why Cam Miller and some of them guys didn't stick around? Like, why did, and now I'm cool with it. Will was like, hey, look, you don't fit my scheme. Or Sloan was like, look, it ain't for you. That's fine. But I'm just like, where we at? Because here's the thing about every time we go through this, basketball, football, every time we go through, well, the cupboards were bare. I ain't sure the cupboards were really bare. I don't think we utilize people the way we should. And we just got rid of, what did we bring in? 53 new people last year? Yeah. This year, we cleaning out that closet. So, look, man, I'm telling you, I'm not what's the word?
Procrastinating.
No, when you say what you think gonna happen and you preaching about something gonna happen, I can't figure it out.
Prophesizing?
Who? No.
Prophesizing?
Prognosticating. I'm not prognosticating anything. So, point is, I don't know. I just like I said, I like the pieces we bringing in. We got a 9-game SEC schedule. I think Will has the right idea of what he expects to happen. But like Mike Tyson said, and like I said, I'm gonna root. I'm gonna be optimistic as possible, and I'm rooting for him. Just being around the game so long and just knowing how the game has changed. And I will say this: this will be our third coach with their first head coaching experience.
Yeah,
Now, Mummy had head coaching experience. He just wasn't at this level.
Yeah, just lower level.
So we had Joker. See how that went. We had Stoops. See how that went. So I don't know what to think, but I like the pieces we bringing in. I don't know why we're not getting those studs, and we might have ran out of money to get studs.
Anthony, come on. You know why we're not getting studs here.
Why?
Anthony, when is the last
time? People want to play for Will.
Hold on. Anthony, here's the deal, man. I'm going to say this. The one thing I do like is all the guys, not all of them, 90% of them have multiple years. That's a positive because then they can develop. Ooh, excuse me. We still are at Kentucky without the deepest pockets. Like
that's true. Remember, Big Bank always gonna take Little Bank.
And we're at a non-traditional school. Like, dude, Vandy just lost Vandy lost the wide receiver that torched us.
Dowdle went to Georgia.
Dowdle went to Georgia. I'm gonna say something about Dowdle. I'm gonna say something about Georgia, and this is what. So we have to remember, Will Stein came from Oregon. I'm gonna keep saying this. Them Oregon players are not following him. Let's just be realistic. Why would you leave Oregon to come to Kentucky? You leave Oregon.
They said Lexington's a better place than Eugene, though. Unless you just like wearing Air Jordan 1.
No, that's a fact. No, I would say this. Lexington is a much better city than Eugene as a city. But Oregon, the campus, the athletic facilities, you're not even close, Anthony.
Hold on, let me ask you this. Hold on, Van. Let me ask you this. I know you can't be on too long. I know you got obligations. I will.
No. I'm good now.
How much does the campus, the athletic facilities, how much does the athletic facilities say, oh, we got the best now when you practice, that's fine. And I was gonna stick my foot in my mouth because I was gonna say, how much time do you spend there? You spend quite a bit of time there. But it's a city life that really, because the facilities, as far as you going to work out, is what it is. But you working out is something you may or may not want to do if you're a workout junkie. I think the biggest thing is on your free time in the summers, what you got to do. I think you can.
Okay, Anthony.
I think you can balance that.
So facilities, recovery, resources, all that stuff, plus a little bit more of this. You know what? We have mild cheddar. They got extra sharp cheddar. They got a little more cheese. It matters.
Yeah, absolutely. So they tell the player, hey, you want to go to tell me what tell me what they're offering and come back to me. And that's what it is. Like we not gonna jump up, I don't think.
Or we can only do it for one player.
Right. You're right.
So I said this so Oregon players technically, theoretically, in the most honest, not wearing your blue glasses, in the most honest assessment, are probably not going to come to Kentucky and leave University of Oregon. If Will Stein was the head coach instead of Jeff Treller at University of Texas, San Antonio, you could have gotten half that team to potentially transfer with them, like Kirk Cignetti got last year with Indiana. because they're going from a G5 to a Power 4 SEC school. You could have had those guys follow because they're going from a little lower tier to an upper tier in one of the best conference, period, right? You're not going to get Oregon guys to leave their cushy situation in the Big Ten with more money to come to Kentucky. It's just a dollar and cents thing. And what we got to do, that's why I like that we have multi-year guys, is that we now have the ability to develop. I personally think you got to give Will Stein 3 to 4 years. Let him hit the high school recruiting. High school recruiting is the angle for us because a lot of those kids are going to get lost in the shuffle with NIL. That's your best shot because you ain't going to get the top dogs. You just ain't.
That's a that's a fucking novel idea. Why not recruit kids out of high school, have them come to college and play like 3, maybe 4 years, and they will become something. Damn, I'm glad you brought. I ain't never think of that. Sheesh, I don't know where I've been the past 30 years.
All right, I got a question for you. Indiana?
That's a novel idea there. That's cold. That's cold thinking, man.
Did Indiana build in high school? Or did Indiana build?
The landscape changed. The whole landscape of the whole game changed. You want us to go back to getting 18, 17, 18-year-olds while Indiana over there with 23-year-olds.
All right, Anthony. This is the deal, right? How many redshirt freshmen, how many freshmen, sophomores did we get from the portal? How many senior dogs did we get from another team? How many junior dogs that got possibly 2 years that we got from another team? 0. Huh? Dogs? That's what I'm saying. Huh?
Baxter's not a dog?
Baxter's young.
Baxter's a junior.
Baxter's a redshirt sophomore, ain't he?
Junior. Got 2 years.
Okay.
Well, it probably can be finagled into whatever something else.
Okay.
Too,
here's the thing, Anthony. Still,
Baxter. Let me see what the offensive line.
Is Baxter a dog?
Huh?
Is Baxter a dog?
He got it in
him? No.
Nah, man. I ain't about to do that, man.
All these guys who build in a portal are bringing in
Barnes. What about Barnes? Between the two of them, we got a dog show. Between the two of them, we got a dog show.
So
between Barnes and Baxter, we got a dog.
All right, question for you. When we brought in Wandale, did Wandale not prove in Nebraska that he was a dog?
They had him playing out of position.
Exactly.
But he was tough. That just showed he was tough.
Exactly. Baxter's fucking on the IR more than he's playing. Right? So can we trust that he's going to be a dog here? You got a lot of trust right now.
You was number one player at some point, Van. How many people, let me ask you this. Have you played with people in college? Well, I ain't going to say, or you know people that went to college that came in as dogs and you're like, this dude's a puppy. Or people that you was like, hey, that dude can play. So that's my whole point. He was in the wrong system.
All I'm saying, Anthony, what we were talking about is we are going to have to do more high school than building through the portal because we are not going to get the top dogs in the portal. It just ain't going to happen.
These are Van House thoughts. Now, I agree with you. That whoever said that we are living in, I do think we are in poverty. If it comes to that, we put it like this. If you look at the SEC or Power 4, and you look at the landscape of America, where you look at middle class, lower class, we are lower class. And I'm telling you, I don't know if we got the money to spend. Is somebody gonna go broke? And here's the reality of it. Here's the reality of everybody listening, everybody got the problem. Here's the reality of it, honestly. Everybody has bills, everybody got a mortgage, whatever. Here's the reality of it. Why in the hell would we pay the hell out of a player to come here to win football games? At the end of the day, where does that value go? I'm talking about even if it's the big hat. If the big hat is throwing $3, $4, $5 million for a quarterback, say between $3 and $5 million for a quarterback, Okay, so we want studs. We gonna throw Jeremiah Smith money out? My point is, it's not that we not putting that type of money because we'd rather put money in horses, and bourbon. Because I mean, you're gonna get return on your investment. If you pay a player $2 million, a stud receiver for $2 million to come here, like man, if it's a stud top of the country, Georgia, Ohio State, Texas A&M, Texas Tech, Texas, they gonna how much they tell you? Man, here, man, take this 3, man. Come on over here. Because we not gonna do it. And the reality of it is, and this is the thing that kind of messes me around as a player. I love the fact that these players are getting money. But I'm like, why would somebody invest millions of dollars into a player to win a game? What's the kickback? Like, what does, unless you just got a ton of money, because that's like going to a strip club. Why would you pay a girl to dance in front of you?
Fact. Anthony, Anthony.
And don't say nothing else foolish, man.
Avondre kills me. Because why do we have to go to the extreme? We are not in poverty. No one says we're in poverty. But let's be honest, we are not top 50 teams in resources. We're just not. We're not even top 10 in our own fucking conference. There is no poverty. We have money. We can spend money. But can you spend enough money to get the big dog? Let's be honest. Can you spend enough money to get some of these players that y'all were when they said Sam Levitt had a chance to come in, like I said on my thing, we ain't got no fucking shot. We ain't got enough money. We ain't gonna pay him.
I guess he started at about what, 5, maybe?
Probably. And I'm gonna just say this, Anthony. Why would we spend 5 or 6? Why would we try to outbid LSU, Miami, etc.? Like, let's just be real. Not only that, even if we had the money, right? Let's just say we had bigger pockets. We got to replace not just 10. Like some of these teams, I got to get 10 or 12 players, 15 players maybe. We got to probably get 50. So even if you had the money, you splitting up that pie more times than other teams. Because their NIL deals are already set. You got to get 50 brand new ones. Look, y'all, I wear the darkest shade of blue glasses you can wear as a fan. But damn it, you got to be realistic. Will Stein, as you said, Anthony, has a little bit of a cachet around him, right? How many Oregon players have we gotten?
That's true.
How many Oregon players has Tosh got at California? I know he got 1 or 2. Some people are trying to give, I've heard this rumor on Twitter, that they was told that he can't bring any Oregon players. Well, hell, how did Tosh get a couple Oregon players? He wasn't told not to get Oregon players? We don't even play in the same damn conference. I want people to understand, yes, it's all good. But if you had a son that's at University of Oregon, and I'm going to just guess, don't know for sure, but I feel pretty strong that 80% of University of Oregon players are West Coast guys. So what you telling me is that those West Coast guys are going to come to University of Kentucky. Now, would they go to Alabama? Maybe. Would they go to Georgia? Maybe. LSU? Maybe. But Kentucky? I just want y'all to understand. Only we understand the 2 10-win seasons. There are even media people that are like, Kentucky? The national perception is not what we think it is. So I don't know what else to say.
Oh, so we still gotta wait and see what the results are gonna be.
Hold on. This is what did Avondre say? All right, Avondre. You saying getting the best players is crazy, but we're getting good players. You ain't saying we're getting great players. You said we're getting good players. Name me one guy that we have gotten that's the best player of their position group. Not even best. Let's say top 5.
We got the center from
Anthony, Will Stein's supposed to be offensive guru, right? We ain't got the top 5 quarterback. We ain't got a top 5 running back. We ain't got a top 5 receiver. We ain't got a top 5 tight end. I mean, here's the thing, Anthony. This is the thing that bothers me sometimes. Is we all do this comparison, right?
It's a thief of joy, right?
Huh?
It's a thief of joy, ain't it?
Yeah. Everybody wants to look at Kirk Cincinnati, right? In that Kirk Cincinnati class of coaches that were new coaches last year, right? How many of those guys did the same thing Kirk Cincinnati did? I will wait. How many of those guys, some brand new coaches in the class of 2024, how many of those coaches repeated what Kirk Cincinnati did? Because if it was easy, they should all do it, right? Because they came in the same time, NIL, all the structure. They went to some of these schools, fire coaches. Name me another coach that did what? Damn, Michigan, Sharon is not even employed anymore. He's not even coaching anymore. He was at Michigan. So we all want to go to the one guy, but we forget about everything else that happened that season. All you remember is the one. If it was that easy, everybody would have been that successful. And we ain't got Mark Cuban and other big business billionaires at University of Kentucky.
R.J. Corman passed away.
When?
A couple years ago. That's who was helping us out a whole lot. Now it's just up to Kelly Craft and them. And I don't know, we might have 2 Kelly Craft. We might have another money person.
Is EJ Nutter out?
Out of what?
Is he still living or he's gone too?
I don't know. I'm assuming that guy's not around. I don't know.
Because no, he's the one who built our first couple facilities.
Man, that was 30 years ago.
That don't mean he's.
So that means at that point he had to be 50 or 60.
So he could be 80.
Or 90.
Or it could be 90.
I don't know. Point being is, like, your point is well received.
Oh,
and here's the thing. Huh?
I think he died in 2000.
Yeah. Let's say, here's the thing. And Van has a point. And I don't want, and I'm gonna try my best. And here's one thing I want y'all to know too, for y'all run around talking bad about Van and I. By the time we get to August, Van's ass gonna be them found 8, 9 wins, 10 wins. He always start up. We just be realistic. Now, all the shit we saying is realistic.
I'm
not as far as Van as far as, well, it ain't gonna work out. I'm wide open. Like, I am wide open. I'm wide open just to see what can be. Because, like I said, there's a lot of good things going on. But Vondre and everybody else is put it like here's a prime example. And this is real as I can make it. I played high school with 2 guys that were professional athletes. James Posey was one on 3-time NBA champion. Man, it was such a magnificent time hanging out with VIP with my homeboys, drinking $20 shots, $30, $40 shots that I ain't got to pay for. You know what was better than that, Van?
What's that?
When he played with Shaq and we met Shaq. That's a whole nother level of kicking it. So, with that being said, is getting some good players is fine. But what Van is saying, them guys, Georgia, Ohio State, and now Texas, you pick whatever school you want in Texas. They spending that money. Like, they spending. They've been spending it before it's even legal to spend it.
Texas Tech is spending.
So now you got that $22 million they adding to it. So you just pay the regular players with that.
And I listened to a clip from Honey Badger, and then I'm sorry, I just want you. Honey Badger said he was getting 10 to 20 band handshakes when he was at LSU. Anthony, 10 to 20?
That's up there. A game?
He didn't say a game. He just said he was getting those handshakes. So I'm sure some of the big games he had, it was like, all right, here's that briefcase for you, or that envelope.
Hey, that's my real opinion. That's the real deal, Cobby Cobb. I'm always gonna keep it a buck on here. I will keep it a buck on here. I'm just gonna be silent because everybody owns. I just be silent on mainstream media. I'll be silent because I don't want to mislead anybody. But yeah, that if you talk about 20, 30 bands, man, that's up there compared to us waiting for that $2,500 Pell Grant for the whole entire year.
The whole semester.
Oh, you might not have been privy to a Pell Grant.
No, I didn't get
well off.
Anthony, I'm telling you right now, same way I said last year. I said I saw 6 wins. This year, I'm looking at the schedule. Give me a second. Oh, now Vondre feeling trying to feel sorry for him. Vondre, don't do that, brother. Don't even start there, brother. Not you. Not you. Don't do that, Avondre. That is not very becoming. All right. Do you think we can beat Bama and beat Texas A&M in Kyle Field?
You said what?
Do you think we can beat Alabama at Kroger or beat Texas A&M at Kyle Field 2-3?
When is Alabama?
Alabama's number 2, second game.
If we're gonna do it, that's about as good a chance we got.
So
with new offense.
You beat Youngstown State and you beat South Alabama. I've been trying to pick us at South Carolina for the last couple of years.
Yeah.
Just ain't happening.
That's been tough.
So probably not there. Are you gonna beat Lane Kiffin his first year with LSU? Maybe.
I think we can.
Maybe. I doubt it. Maybe. Can you go play Oklahoma in Norman and beat them? Probably not. Can we beat Vandy? I think we can beat Vandy. I'm gonna keep on that horse until we beat them. We can beat Vandy. So
how many got on us now?
Huh?
How many Vandy got on us in a row?
They won the last 2.
Okay.
I think we beat Vandy. I don't know about Tennessee this year. I'm gonna give us Tennessee, but it's in Neyland. I'm gonna give us that's 4 wins.
We ain't got Tennessee. When's the last time we got Tennessee?
I'm just saying, Anthony. That's what I'm saying. I'm forcing some wins.
Right.
So that's 4. Let's say we beat Florida. That's 5.
We get Missouri.
I think we get Missouri.
Yeah.
That's 6. And then we got Louisville.
What say you there?
And we should be able to get Louisville.
So you call them 7 and 5. See, they call you pessimistic, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I see 6 wins. I don't see 7. I see 6. I'm gonna tell you my 6. Youngstown, South Alabama. I'm gonna give Vandy. I'm gonna give us Florida. I'm gonna give us Missouri. I'm gonna give us Louisville. Wins that I think we can get. That's where I see.
So he said we start off 1 and 2. Oh, that means Youngstown. And that's possible.
That's what's gonna happen. Let's be realistic. Look, let's be real.
Bama ain't that guy no more, man. Bama ain't that guy. Hey, listen. You know what they should have me do? Come in there, give him a pep talk before the Bama game. Because you know, one person that know what it feels like to get his ass kicked by Bama, then turn around the next year and tear their ass up.
Is you.
No Diddy. Yeah. Yeah, I ain't scared of no damn Alabama. Man, F Alabama. South Carolina, 8 wins. Man, if he wins 6 his first year, I'm gonna give somebody
he
did
wins
that.
6. That's a good year, dude.
Yeah.
If he wins, listen. If he wins 6 and get to a bowl game, that is a. I don't understand why people think we could win 9 games with a new staff.
They're gonna be on your head, man. They're gonna be on your head, man. You gotta stop being so pessimistic, man.
And you led this off with Van. Van usually usually.
No, because I don't disagree with you, man. But you know what? I do realize, as much as I try to be realistic and just keep people like, just keep them on, like, just keep them grounded. I don't think they want to hear all the good stuff. Like, they just want to hear all the good stuff. And when we hold on, like, even in the past 2 years, when we hold on hope, everybody looking at us like, man, have you watched this team? Have you so-and-so? Because I do believe execution and all those things come into play, you know, but now we being realistic, and well, you being realistic. I'm being realistic. But it's coming across as extreme. Like, I believe in them. I want to see. I'm right there in the middle. I have no way. And do I agree with Van? Yes. The players we getting are because, I'm gonna be completely honest, probably the other people didn't want. Like, everybody can outpay, everybody gonna outbuy us. Now, Vandy, Indiana, some of them schools can only outbuy you for 1 or 2 positions.
Exactly.
But what's competing this conference? If we need a stud quarterback, we ain't gonna have a ton enough money for a center, tackle, receiver. We ain't gonna.
That's what I'm saying.
We ain't gonna have that type of money. You gotta have multiple billionaires that just got that money to throw away. And that's why I said, like, it kind of remind me of strip club. I never really liked strip club because I was paying the women. You know, you just kind of paying them. Like, what is this money going to? Like, what am I getting at the end of the day? I'm just going home without the money. Now, if you go to East St. Louis, your money might be well spent.
Right.
Pink slip.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Here's the thing, Anthony. People are talking about Kalen DeBoer like he sucks, and I get it. He's not Nick Saban. But Alabama, the last 2 years, won 20 games.
That's what we're trying to get to.
How many games we won the last 2 years? Not even half. Not even half, Anthony.
Won 9 games.
So I don't think. Look, y'all. I'm looking at the schedule, and I'm just saying that if y'all think we are just going to beat Bama because it's a second game of the year, you know what's crazy? They have the same coach with a lot of returning players. We have a new coach with a whole bunch of new players. And y'all think that we can catch them because of the second game of the year? Do you understand? That's our second game, too, trying to learn a new system, facing real game-like situations. Like,
there's still that aspect, Van. These new players ain't from Kentucky. They don't know that we supposed to be losing to these people. And they gonna be hungry. They got just as much right to win as anybody else.
Now,
I do agree with that thing. Like, dude, no, hold on. I was on the jacked up offense with y'all. When I was with y'all, we were on. When we brought that new offense and nobody believed in it, shit, we believed in it.
Right.
If we had a little bitty piece of defense that first year, dude, we win 7 or 8 games.
And whoa. Anthony, how many games y'all won that first season?
4.
With that electric ass offense, right? Y'all won 4
giving
games.
up 50 and 60 points.
Anthony, I'm not saying that whatever, but what I'm saying at the end of the day, y'all still won 4 games with a new offensive staff, right? With a great offense.
Did we go 5? Oh, yeah, we did go 5 and 6 because we had to beat Vandy. I mean, we had to beat Tennessee for the bowl game.
So y'all won 5 games. I'm giving this team 1 more win. I'm giving us 6 with playing 9 SEC games. Like, what? That is optimistic. I'm increasing the win total from the last 2 seasons by 2 games with nothing to say at all. Y'all, and here's the thing, and I'm gonna do this. I might do this. Y'all think Will Stein offense at Oregon gonna look the same at Kentucky? Y'all think that stuff that they did exactly like they did at Oregon is gonna work the same way? Y'all are gonna be pissed off because y'all gonna be like, why are we running that play they ran Oregon? Well, probably because we ain't got the players to run it.
I think I ain't gonna beat the players up that bad. Because I think, like I said, I think here's one thing you have to change about your delivery, dude, too, man. Like one thing is you give us absolute zero hope and chance. And I agree with your realistic point of view, but you act like these things are all totally negative for us and pluses for the other. I'm saying I'm in the middle. Like I don't know what's gonna happen. I think they're gonna be young and hungry, and the best things may happen. And I will say this. Now, I agree with you, but for different reasons. When I watch Stein's offense at Oregon, why I do not know. I don't know if Vegas is on top of this shit or not. But they don't play against a whole lot of press coverage. So timing on routes and everything, a lot of the stuff I'm saying in Big Ten play. I'm not saying the playoffs. That's why I need to go back and watch the last game to see, what particularly happened. But
yeah, I don't know, man. I think I'm being very optimistic looking at 6. Because Anthony, what fans always tell me, all you have is beat Tennessee at Tennessee. We never beat them in Tennessee. Well, I'm having us beat them in Tennessee this year.
Who said we never beat them in Tennessee?
Oh, fans get on me all the time. You picked to beat Tennessee Indian? Get out of here. That never happens.
Man, we tore their ass up with Garantano.
Well, exactly. But that was 2020. That was COVID. Look, y'all. This 6 wins. If he wins more than 6, Anthony, he should get $2 million raise and an extension.
What? That's crazy work. Now you better start getting back on that stoop stuff.
All right, Anthony. Let me read this off to you. I'm gonna give us the 2, right? Gonna give us the 2. All right. Now there's 9 SEC games. Realistically, y'all, I'm gonna ask Anthony to realistically, y'all, out of these 9, which ones you realistically, don't give me the bullshit. Realistically, on the shit that y'all shoot me with, well, we don't never go to Columbia and play well at night. Use that logic that y'all use all the time. Bama at home, at Texas A&M. Why the fuck y'all think we're going to be Bama? Is crazy. Bama at home, at Texas A&M, at South Carolina, LSU at home, at Oklahoma, Vanderbilt at home, at Tennessee, Florida at home, Missouri on the road. That's 9 games. Do you really see us winning 5 of the 9? How many times, Anthony, have we won 500, better than 500 games in the conference?
It ain't very often. We probably won 4
so now
probably,
you think
probably 6 or 7 times.
So now you just miraculously think that buck the trend. Will Stein, first year, he's going to buck the trend.
Yeah. Why not?
Okay.
Why not?
I'm saying he wins possibly 4. 4 and 5 is pretty good. Avondre's on this. Avondre, can you ship that good stuff that you smoking right now to Baton Rouge, Louisiana?
They open up tomorrow in Lexington. You can get medicinal. They open up a shop tomorrow in Lexington. You can get medicinal. Yeah.
Avondre thinks we're gonna go 5-4 in conference. If
we
we
might
do,
though, man. Like, why are you so against?
Anthony, I would love to be wrong.
You're gonna hear from him.
Please do. Because I don't mind. When I'm wrong, I say I'm wrong.
I don't like hearing from them people, man. Because they be talking to you all, they be talking all silly, like, well, like if you seen me in public, you wouldn't be like, hey, that's the stuff they say to you online, they wouldn't say to you in public. And I don't really want them saying to me in public because, but I don't know, man. They just take this shit too serious. But we not invested as much as some other people. Now, Ohio State fans, every one of them I know, the motherfuckers are crazy as hell. Get mad, want to fight because they think they always supposed to win. But their fan base is invested too. They're really invested. I ain't sure our fan base are invested as much as we kick up dust. Now, if I spend a lot of money, you know, like when people pay that good money at the NBA games, they sit in the front row and want to yell at people. Yeah, you done paid good money, so you feel like I should be able to say what I want. I'm not saying you should, but they feel like that. But you know, we don't want to pay no money to get this program to where it's going to be at.
I'm gonna answer the last one, Anthony, from Avondre, and when you want to get off, we can get off. Avondre says we don't know what these other teams will look like. Avondre, have you looked at the other teams? Because you are shooting in the dark. Have you looked at the other teams? Have you looked at what they have, what they don't have? Do you understand what? Go look at what Alabama's. I'm going to say he's probably going to start. Go look at what Alabama next year's starting quarterback is going to be. Go take a look. Go take a look. Look at the other guys on their staff. Look at what Texas A&M has coming back with Marcel Reed coming back, which is everything for them. Look at South Carolina. I'm not a big fan of South Carolina quarterback Sellers, but he comes back. That's going to be a tough. LSU, if they get Sam Levitt, and I'm saying we have a potential of beating them with Sam Levitt, let's be honest. All right? Like, have you looked at the other teams? I have looked at the other teams. Tennessee, to me, is the one that's like, we can get them. Because who's going to be there for it? But that Texas A&M, that Bama, South Carolina, LSU, Oklahoma, like Vanderbilt, we should get. I think we should get Vanderbilt and Tennessee.
I think we get Alabama home early, man. I gotta see our implementation of the players look like. I like that Alabama home early, man. I like that.
Okay.
They ain't figured nothing out. They ain't got the chance to see us yet, for real, for real. I don't know, man. That Texas A&M, nah. South Cackalack, man. If you believe in us, then you believe in us, man. LSU at home. Only reason I like a little bit at home, and they got a lot of changes. They got the same thing we got going on, and we got them at the crib. But I just think that they just invested too much money. They gonna be like Indiana.
And they got a stud quarterback.
Stuff. Vandy's probably good. I ain't talking nothing about Knoxville, Florida, and Carolina. I mean Florida and Missouri. I give it. So Missouri, Florida, Vandy, Alabama, maybe South Carolina.
So you got us finish 5-4 in conference,
which we rarely do. I don't think we probably only won 5 games in the conference probably 2 or 3 times in our existence.
I think 4 or 5.
No,
if you go down lower, because we were 6-0 or something.
Oh yeah, when they was playing like yeah. Okay, I get understand.
Yeah, not in an 8-game conference game.
Right.
I love it. I'm glad y'all feel better about this season. I really do. I really do. That is because last year y'all didn't feel it. And now we're going to add another conference game with a whole new staff, whole new players. Now y'all just think it's going to be 7-8 wins.
2. Stoops won 5 games twice. Okay, so that's 2. Let me see. Take them away since we so privileged. 377.
Yeah.
It's 54. 50.
All right, man.
That was it.
That's what I'm saying.
That's it. I told you it's only like 5.
That's what I'm saying. 5
And 2 of them was in the past. Yeah. That's 5 wins.
Yeah. That's 2 in recent history. Then the next one was 77.
Wait a minute, is that what I said? That's not right. What happened to 84?
77.
What happened to 84?
No, I don't think we won 5 84.
We was only 3-3 in 84.
Yeah, we won 5.
What?
Yeah, we went 5.
Ah, so it was 6. Then was
Yeah.
But I'm saying the season was 9-3. So what the hell did they play?
Stop it.
No, I'm not. No, I'm saying you only played 6 games out of 11, so you played 5 out of conference games.
Yeah.
Oh, because South Carolina wasn't in there yet. Sheesh. Ah, man, you know we need to pat ourselves on the back a little more often.
Yeah, you kinda.
I'm saying just the recent people, especially Stoops. They didn't put some respect on this man's name when you look at the history of this damn program.
See, but ain't nobody worried about it. Anthony, that year, Anthony, we played Kent State, Indiana, Tulane, Rutgers, North Texas, and Wisconsin. Wisconsin was in the bowl game. That was all non-conference games.
And what year? 84?
In 84.
Okay.
So let me start. North Texas, Rutgers, Tulane, Indiana, Kent State. That was our non-conference schedule.
Sheesh.
Can you imagine us playing 5 MAC teams? Can you imagine us playing Eastern Michigan, Toledo,
and then 6 and just 6
Central
SEC?
Michigan, then 6 SEC games?
Sheesh.
Yeah. And Anthony, all the ranked teams they played that year, they lost. They lost to LSU, they lost to Georgia.
I thought that team was good too, though. When they had some good players, a lot of them dudes played in the NFL.
Yeah,
that was Burbage and Joker and Logan and Higgs.
This is my first time checking it out. This is my first time checking it out. After week 4 going 4-0, we beat Mississippi State to go 1-0 in conference. We were 19. We went to 16 and then fell out of ranking. Lost to LSU, lost to Georgia, beat North Texas, beat Vandy, lost to Florida, beat Tennessee, which was big.
That's why I remember us beating Tennessee. That's why I thought the season. That's the last time we beat Tennessee for a long time.
Beat Tennessee
until Matt Rohr.
Beat Tennessee and beat Wisconsin.
Sheesh.
But that's 3-3 in conference. That team was 3-3 in conference. Look, y'all. All Van is and this, you know what, Anthony? You know what this does? It's crazy.
Don't backpedal now.
No. This is what it's saying, right? When I was picking us to win 9 games and 8 games in years past, I was being realistic. I was just wrong. I was being realistic, right?
Yeah.
Because I haven't changed. I thought we were going to win those games. We didn't. Just like last year, I thought we was going to win 6 games.
Yeah.
I was wrong. All right, man. I gotta get off here.
Yep. There we go. They're gonna be on your head from here on out. Hey, everybody, man, we appreciate y'all. You know how we always do it. Like, subscribe, share, follow, bring your friends along. You know, the closer we get to the spring is going to be interesting. I wonder what spring game going to be like.
It's going to be a lot of people.
Closed, huh?
It's going to be a lot of people.
Yeah, it's usually like that when you get a coaching shot. But I wonder if we're going to show a lot. Because you got to excite the crowd. You had a DB. I mean, you had a defense just play vanilla defense and just go bombs over Baghdad the whole time.
Wow.
Just keep hitting them with deep balls, fool's gold and whatnot.
Right.
All right. So Yeah, like, subscribe, share, follow, man. Bring your friends along next week, man. Smash that like button, man. Go over to Twitter, X, YouTube, all those things, man. Send us a like, man. Send us a like, follow us. We gotta have more to talk about. Hopefully, we get this roster together. We get some dudes, studs in here, so we can get this thing going.
Correct.
Otherwise, we'll be back next week.